Filipinos are all too familiar with dark rural roads. The Australian state of Victoria is now trying out a solution that could help cut down car crashes at night. The solution? Glow-in-the-dark road markings. 7 kilometers of the state's rural roads and pathways where power isn't available have been painted with a special photoluminescent paint that glows green at night. The technology helps increase visibility for drivers, especially in case of mist or fog, or even increasingly frequent bushfires. The company involved is now in talks to export the technology to the Middle East, Africa, and the Americas.
A normal road by day, but bright and clear by night. These fluorescent road markings are lighting up rural roads in Australia's state of Victoria. The paint manufacturer Smarter Light is trying to reduce the number of nighttime car accidents.
Well, the Smarter Light line markings simply absorb light through the process known as photoluminescence. They become energised and effectively store the energy from sunlight in this case, and that light is then emitted over a long period of time, well into the evening.
Road deaths in Victoria were up almost 20% in 2023 compared to last year, and nearly 30% of car accidents happen at night. The organisers hope to cut these figures, and they also say the technology may help guide people fleeing wildfires if roads are submerged in thick smoke. The organisers are trialling the paint on 10 miles of road before expanding the project across the region.
So we have to implement, to learn what was good, what was wrong, where we can improve, and then see where it takes us. But if we do save one life based on this innovation, it's a worthwhile investment.
Lighting up roads without creating light pollution or wasting energy, fluorescent paint could soon be part of the norm to keep people safe. Justin Wu and Laurel Stewart for Taiwan Plus.
You're watching Fox 13 News. Let's connect.
UDOT is looking at new ways to improve the lane markings on Utah roads, such as using glowing paint.
Fox 13's Jordan Hogan explains what they've come up with in a story you will only see here.
The lines on the road can be hard to follow at night or when heavy rain starts to fall and form puddles on the road. Now UDOT thinks they may have found the solution. The chemistry lab at the Utah Department of Transportation is trying to make road markings easier to see.
I've been able to come up with sort of an alternative to road marking paint that can be seen during wet conditions at night.
Jason Nance is the chemistry lab supervisor at UDOT and is also a post-grad student at the University of Utah. He came up with this idea as part of his master's thesis and decided to apply it to the real world through his job. It's called phosphorescent paint, and it's essentially glow-in-the-dark paint that glows brighter than that of your average kid's toy.
More specifically, a type of phosphorescent paint that is protected against the elements.
Nance says he wanted to make something better than what UDOT uses already. Right now, they mix glass beads with road paint, and the beads reflect the light from the headlights of drivers' cars.
The problem with that is when a thin surface of water covers that, say when snow's melting, you can't see that bead. When water's on it, that effect is completely gone.
Nance says the glow-in-the-dark paint won't break down or get ripped from the road by snowplows either. UDOT is still in the research stages of this project, but they already know what they need to figure out next.
So we're going to be looking at factors as, can we increase that glow, make it brighter? Can we make it last longer? Can we make it less susceptible to elements? And can we do all of this at the lowest cost?
Depending on how the next phase of testing goes, UDOT says we could start to see these glowing lines in the next year or so.